All right, inscribed angle. Okay, angle that has its vertex on the circle. Skylar, put that away. Can't have food and drink in class. Okay, its two sides are chords. Okay, so if you look at here, our inscribed angle, A, B, C, vertex B is on the circle, BC, BA are chords. Okay, decent? Okay, an intercepted arc is the arc that lies between the endpoints of the inscribed angle. So in this case, our arc is AB right there. Okay, it intercepts it. So far, so good? Put your earbuds down. Okay, the degree of an inscribed angle is equal to half of its intercepted arc. Okay, so the measure of angle ABC is going to be 1/2 the measure of arc AC. Okay, so if you're looking for the arc, you double the angle. If you're looking for the angle, you take half of the arc. Okay? An inscribed angle intercepts a diameter. Okay? So if it intercepts the diameter, this arc is how many degrees? 180. So that would make my angle what? 90 degrees. Okay, so the measure is 90 degrees. It's a 90-degree angle, or what do we call a 90-degree angle? A right angle, yep. Okay, because it's half of that arc. Okay? If two inscribed angles intercept the same arc, then the angles are congruent. Okay? So ABD is that angle right there, right? What other angle uses that arc? Measure of angle DCA, yep. Because this angle right here intercepts the same arc. Does that make sense? So far, so good? Alright, let's put this into action. Okay, my arc is what? 62. So my angle is how much of my arc? Half of my arc. So I got to take 62. Yeah, 31 degrees. Okay, so DFG, they want this guy. How much is the angle that intercepts it? 113. So if I'm got angle to arc I, double it, yeah. So take 113 times 2 and get 226 degrees. Okay, measure of angle PQR. So P to Q to R, sometimes it's nice to make these a little bit longer. It intercepts a what? A semicircle, yeah. So if this is 180 degrees, my angle is going to be 90. Alright, so sometimes they're going to make you find the arc and to be able to find other stuff, right? Okay, so the arc AB is how much? 180. The arc AC is 94, because what do you have to do with it? Double it. So that leaves how much for BC? 86. How'd you get that, Braxton? Yep, because the whole thing is going to be 360. So far, so good? Okay. What is this angle, JML? What's this arc? $242? You got that by doing what? Yeah, 360 minus 53 minus 65. Okay, so then how am I going to find the angle that's in there? Divide it by 2, we get 121 degrees. Okay. What do we need? Angle RST. So RST is that angle right there. And RUT. Oh, this is 130. Oh, I get it. I didn't see that 139 there. How much is this arc? 80 what? 82? Okay. So if that arc is 82, how much is this angle? 41. Okay. Which means RUT, this guy, is going to be what? This angle right here is also going to be 41, yeah, because what happens is they both have the same arc, right? So if they both have the same arc, they're going to be the same angle, yeah. Okay? Alright, so if we're solving for x, okay, this arc, or this angle, has to be how much of the arc? Half of the arc. So 8x minus 9 is going to equal how much? 79. So first step, add 9. 8x equals 88, so x has to be 11. Okay. If my angle is 67, 4x plus 58 is going to equal 134. So 4x equals 76. So x is 19. Questions so far? Okay, starting to make sense. Okay. Let's do number 10. Okay. If this is 78, if this is 114, what's this? 228, which leaves how much for this? $132 minus 228 minus 78. 54. Didn't see that 78. That's all right. So 54, which makes that angle, or 7x plus 6, is going to equal 27. So 7x equals 21. X is 3. So far, so good? All right. STU. Okay, so if STU, so if the angle is 5x minus 16, the arc is 12x minus 50, how are we going to set this up? The angle is how much of the arc? Half of the arc, or what do I usually have to do with the angle? Multiply it by 2. So 2 times 5x minus 16 equals, what? 12x minus 50. Okay, so now when we multiply it out, I get 10x minus 32 equals 12x minus 50. Now I can solve it. 2x equals what is it? Ooh, careful. That's a negative 32 plus my 50. 18. So x is 9. Okay, but am I looking for x? Oh, I'm looking for the measure of angle STU. So what do I have to do with that? Plug it into 5x minus 16. We get 29. 29 what? Degrees, yep. Okay, everything that we do today is either an arc or an angle, so it's all going to be in degrees. Okay, one other thing we got to talk about. Okay, if a quadrilateral is inscribed in a circle, then its opposite angles are supplementary. Okay, so the measure of angle A plus the measure of angle is opposite of A. C is going to be 180. And the measure of angle D plus the measure of angle B is also going to be 180. Okay, so in number 1, if M is 45, what's K? What is it? 135, because you're just going angles. And opposite angles are going to add up to 180. Okay, so 180 minus 45 is what? 1 what? 35? Why did I write 34? Okay, so then if L is 92, what's J? 108? 88, sorry. Okay, so how are you going to be able to find some of these angles? How do I know? Because if I extend this for angle S, okay, I've got to be able to do some subtracting and stuff like that, right? Okay, so if I do Q and I extend Q, or angle Q, this whole arc should be what? What do I do with the angle? Gives me the angle, what do? Times it by 2, so this whole arc is what? 186. So if that's 90, this has to be 96, right? Okay. So if Q is 93, what's S? $87, how'd you get that? 180 minus 93, because opposite angles add up to 180. Okay, so now we've got to be able to find either P or R, right? So this is 87. Oh, what do I have left for this guy right here? I've got 126 there, I've got 90 there, I've got 96 there. This little guy should be We should all be punching this into our calculator right now. So all four of them add up to what? Huh? Well, no, the whole circle equals what? 360. Okay, so that leaves this guy how much? 48. Okay, so now when I add these two together, I have 144, so that's going to make angle P 72, because you've got to divide it by 2. And then once I have that, I can find R. How am I going to find R? Minus from 180. So 180 minus 72, R has to be 108 degrees. I think we need to do one more of those, don't we? Hoofda. Alright, so they want us to find angle V. Okay, I think it's going to be easier. We have Y, right? So if I have Y, what's W going to be? 129? Okay. If this is 51, what's this whole thing have to be? $102? Why? Some people are like, why do you keep doing that? Yeah, this is the intercepted arc. The whole thing is the intercepted arc, so it's the angle times 2. So if the whole thing's 102 and this is 67, what's this? 35? Ooh, I'm going to assume this is not drawn to scale. Okay, so if that's 35, what else could I find? I can find X, right? Okay, because the arc for all of X is what? Well, but what's the arc? So the arc is 168. So then how do I go arc to angle? Half of that, so I get 84. So X is 84. So if X is 84, what's V got to be? No, they're not equal. They add up to 180. So 96. Okay, opposite angles add up to 90, or add up to 180 when you have a quadrilateral in your circle. Okay, that's your biggest thing, is you've got to find intercepted arcs, and you can go opposite angles.